Draymond Green at the podium.
Chemistry of your core, you and Steph and Clay being together. And he mentioned them from the standpoint of they grew up in NBA lives and that maybe your background, a little grittier, brought more of an edge. How do you think that chemistry, that mix of your personalities has, fed this whole run?
It's amazing because none of us are the same. And, you usually clash with people when you're alike. And I think the one thing that's constant for us is winning is the most important thing. And that is always the goal. That is always the main focus. It's not, it's not, this is Olive, everyone. I know y'all don't usually get to see her. She is the life of all of this family. But, I'm sorry, Steve, I totally lost my train. For us, it's just about getting back to these moments and winning. And we know what that feels like. And ultimately, we know what that takes. Please stop making the noise, big man. And we know what that takes. And we rely on each other. We depend on each other for if I may struggle in one area, Steph just isn't going to go try to do it. We rely on each other for what we're great at, and it still has not been proven when we hold that anybody can stop it.
On the left.
Draymond Young was like, ESPN, congrats.
Thank you. There's a lot of Spartans in here tonight.
I missed them.
And I'm about to go turn up with them when we done.
What does winning Finals MVP do for Steph's career? I mean, he's done so much. He's one of only 7 guys that's won Finals MVP, regular MVP, scoring title, All-Star MVP. And also, you talked about how no one has knocked you guys off when you guys are healthy. What's next for you guys? How far can you guys take this? You guys have 4 now.
I'm not sure. I don't like to put a number on things. And say, oh man, we can get 5 or we can get 6 or we're gonna get them until the wheels fall off. And that's our goal, to compete at this level every year. I think when you look at a guy like Steph Curry, to have the season that he's had, to have the career that he's had, it's absolutely amazing. And to stamp that with a Finals MVP, I know he said it don't matter, and it doesn't matter in the sense of like, oh, well, his legacy is not quite this unless he gets that. Like, that's garbage. Still Steph Curry, still an all-time great. But to add that to your resume as a competitor, you want that, And, for him, well-deserved. It's been a long time in the making, but he left no doubt. And he carried us, and we're here as champions.
Davide on the left.
Hi, Draymond. Davide Chinellato with the Gazzetta from Italy. I have 2 for you. The first one is about sharing this championship with your children. How does it make you feel? And the other one is what you would have told to yourself when you entered the NBA now. Like,
it's absolutely amazing to share this with my kids. One of them not being up here, my wife and my brother and my mom. It's this is what you do it for. I've always said, I want to. One of my motivations to get back to playing at a high level was because they weren't old enough to remember me playing at a high level. You look at the last 2 years prior to this one, and you think of their ages that they've gone on the last 2 years. She was 4, he was 2. Like, they didn't remember anything, and so a huge part of my motivation coming into this year was to show them that, I can be at this level, and to give them an understanding, and, to ultimately close it out. I always say, during the playoffs, like, my family takes a back seat to everything. Everyone does. Everything does. It's all about what can I do to put myself in a better position to win a championship, to close out a series, to play good games. And that requires in such a high amount of focus. And, I didn't see them all day today. Like, they're sitting in the same hotel. Didn't see them all day. Like, but ultimately it's a sacrifice. And try to get them to understand. But the things that they don't understand, once they see the prize at the end, it'll better help them understand and teaching them how to work. And if you do work hard, there are prizes at the end. And I think for me to share these experiences with them is that's what the journey is all about.
We'll go to Michael on the right.
I hope all these guys, I hope their kids don't want to have any fun tomorrow because they're not going to be feeling good in the morning. It's going to be a long morning if those kids are like, Dad, let's go to the park.
And by the way, that was a bottle of either tequila or mezcal that Draymond had on the podium with him. But let's talk about Draymond real quick. I mean, we talk about all the superstars on this team, whether you want to talk about Steph, you want to talk about Clay, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, but the heart and soul always with Draymond Green. Had a tough series, but saved the best game for last.
Yeah, and I think when you looked at the overview of the series coming in, the talk was kind of, the Celtics physical against finesse. It was physicality, it was finesse. And what we found out about the Golden State Warriors in this series with another rebounding performance tonight where they out-rebounded the Boston Celtics, I think 3 of the 6, so they were even in rebounds through the 6 games with the Boston Celtics, is that this Golden State team's really physical. Kevon Looney sets the tone. Draymond Green, another guy who sets the tone. Gary Payton. Curry went in there for 10 rebounds one game. So even though this team doesn't look the most physically imposing, Andrew Wiggins especially, forgot to shout out him, this team's very physical.